Dr. Barry DiBernardo. I'm here today with Kevin O'Brien. He is the founder and president of Thermi Aesthetics, and Thermi has developed a wide array of radio frequency devices. And Kevin, today we had a users meeting that was unprecedented with the number of attendees, wouldn't you say?
Yes, and we believe in putting the customer first in our company. And we have this culture that we've created where we encourage sharing among all of our users. And we have a monthly webinar, and we have frequent interactions with our customers, peer-to-peer. And today was our first user meeting where we actually had everybody come to a really great venue here at the Ritz-Carlton.
Right here in beautiful Marina Del Rey.
Beautiful.
And it was impressive because there were doctors from all over the country and from many, many different specialties.
Thermi solves problems in a different way. It gives people who are surgically inclined some options. It gives people who are not surgically inclined to do more than they normally do. And it allows you to get new patients. It expands the market.
I think that sharing the passion among the visionaries who are using this technology and learning the pearls that I can bring back to my own practice in Thermi Tight, Thermi Smooth, Thermi Va, and Thermi Smooth 250, it's more than paid for itself as far as being here and being out of the office. Plus being together with this group of people who are all visionaries and beneficent in how they share their understandings and their experience with the products has been an amazing experience.
What I enjoy about this conference, along with, I'm also involved in the American Academy of Cosmetic Surgery, is that you have people coming from many disciplines. You have dermatologists, you have gynecologists, you have surgeons, you have plastic surgeons, cosmetic surgeons. When you get that depth of knowledge together in a room, you have an exchange of ideas that really you don't get when you take a single discipline. So that the exchange of information amongst your colleagues really is much more insightful than you would get otherwise.
You get here, you're with a group of dedicated, passionate, extremely intelligent people that are thinking in novel ways, and just the collaboration, putting all of our heads together, 120 people.
We can use it for a variety of treatments. We can tighten up an arm, we can do a little cellulite removal, we can also tighten up around the neck and the face. So it's a very versatile system, and it's artistic.
Before we really didn't have a good non-surgical or minimally invasive technique to produce some skin tightening and some changes. And now we have something that's pretty consistent and effective, and something that we can offer our patients. We get a lot of good patient satisfaction with the results, and that's tremendously helped our practice as far as getting people interested in having something done.
I've learned about Thermi, and I started using it in other areas because it's a wonderful new technology for minimally invasive aesthetic surgery. So if we think of tightening skin, I'm just delighted. I'm delighted with the Thermi Smooth, I'm delighted with the Thermi RF injectable, and I'm delighted with the new Thermi 250, which I'm using in the IRB study. So for me, it's just a great transition, having been doing minimally invasive gynecologic surgery now for the past 5 years, to now learn this.
Thermi Aesthetics and the device that we use helps patients achieve their goals. They want a device and a procedure that allows them to get the kind of improvement they want without having surgery. And so, based on it being an in-between procedure, they're excited about hearing about the option of having Thermi. And then they're usually very thrilled with the results that it gives.
So I'm working with Thermi Tight for treatment of the lower face and neck, as well as the chest area. I've actually treated the mid-chest area for sleep lines with good success. And then I've also come off of those areas onto the abdomen and flanks to tighten those areas and slim those areas. I treated a model who wanted her belly button to smile, and in fact I was able to achieve that result for her, so she was very happy.
Thermi Tight has been an actual revolution in our practice, because what we have been able to do is I take the patient who typically would come to me for something like a facelift, a neck lift, and I'm able to make a difference without having to go that one step further into the surgical realm. So that's what's very important to us, is to be able to accommodate the patient and give them really what they want and get them the results that they want.
To put together a heat generator that gives us instantaneous thermal feedback both internally and externally, to give us the thermal imaging and then the neurostim to be able to safely approach our patients, and then to be able to help us utilize this technology from nose to toes. It's a win-win combination. We work for them, they work for us, they listen, and they don't take advantage of us. And as physicians, we really appreciate that.
There's never been a conference like this where a company was willing to share and open up without really knowing what the doctors are going to say. So we could be saying anything about this laser system, and Kevin O'Brien and the other executives were open to us saying anything we wanted to. So I think it is a combination of some really good facts about this system and the company itself.
I have to tell you, this company, I've worked with Paul Hirschman, and he's just phenomenal. He'll ask me some ideas, or I'll say, hey, I saw this, what do you think? And, I think this is just a great new product in terms of technology. It's unbelievable. And I also think working with the company is great. So I'm looking forward to both.
They answer our calls, they answer our questions, they get back to us immediately. I've had products in the office where once they delivered that package and it was on the doorstep, they were done with us. I don't find that with the Thermi Aesthetics people. I find that they are willing and certainly able and capable of communicating well with us and supporting us. We have questions, they get the answers. We have ideas, they explore those ideas. That's the real advantage.
Thermi as a company has been really, really supportive. Kevin O'Brien actually is very approachable, so is Paul Hirschman, the two main people who run the company. And our local manager has been very, very approachable. I mean, he's been in lasers for years, so when he says, hey, I really think this works for exactly this problem, we can take that to heart.
As a company, with Paul, it's a closely held company. They've been in these types of company situations before. They know how to treat their customers. And so it's always a delight. And so we have a lot of fun together and in exploring what the new applications can be for the device. So they're easy to work with. They're very personable and very likable.
It's been the most collaborative company I've ever dealt with, and I think that's part of the reason that they've been so successful, is that we've been able to take this technology and use it in so many different ways in such a quick time, and actually to use it in ways that are very successful because we're always putting our heads together as opposed to just plodding along in our own little offices and not knowing what other people are doing.
Thermi Aesthetics as a company is probably the most dedicated to physician growth and entrepreneurship and beneficence to the physicians and their patients of any company I've dealt with over the past 2 decades. And I don't own stock.
It's been a delight. They're very easygoing. I think the service has been great. As I said, I have a relationship with the local representative here, so it makes things all that much easier when you're close to the rep. Again, the company's been really a delight to work with.
I have a very favorable impression of Thermi Aesthetics. I think that they are definitely cutting edge, and I do see that they have a very large untapped market, which I find very exciting, and I'm glad to be a part of.
Well, I think the future is tremendously bright for Thermi Aesthetics, no question about it. I mean, this technology is revolutionary, and we've only just begun to explore the many disease states for which this will be useful, or conditions, or different ways in which we might utilize it, might combine it with other modalities. So I just think there's too much to investigate at this point. That's the problem, but that's a good problem to have.
I think that we are possibly in a realm of revolutionizing cosmetic surgery, cosmetic procedures with the technology that we have. We have some very inventive minds, some very intelligent people behind the scenes and in the forefront with this product. And I thoroughly expect it to go a long way with things that are coming up in the future.
I see a very bright future ahead. And I truly believe that this is a movement, and I think that there will be many more physicians getting on board because this is such a versatile tool that you can do so much with and make so many patients happy.
This was probably the most exciting conference I've been to in years.
And I think we came away from this conference with such a unique set of ideas that we can all go home and investigate this or that, and then I think next year will be leaps and bounds ahead.